the hog dropped down, and I walked over, put his legs up, took the knife and cut his throat, and the blood shot 8 feet up and against the barn wall.
Isn't that a good story? All right, I'll go first.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm Frances Du Bois. I was born November 14th, 1932 in Trenton, New Jersey. And your turn?
I'm Alfred Du Bois, born in 1928.
What's your birthday?
Oh, August the 23rd, 1928, in New Brunswick, New Jersey.
We met in Princeton, New Jersey, at the Princeton University ice skating rink, which was in their gymnasium. I was trying to ice skate. He was ice skating very well and showing off. So, do you want to say anything?
My friend and I decided, he said to me, what can we do tonight? And I says, let's go ice skating in Princeton and meet some of those Princeton girls. And that's where I met Fran.
And I said, let's just go ice skating in Princeton. I had no ulterior motive. I had no ulterior motive. But when I saw him on the ice, and he was wearing a Trenton Catholic high school sweater, which the colors are very close to Princeton University, I thought, ooh, he goes to Princeton. So I was a little fooled for a while. But that didn't matter. That wasn't the reason why I was attracted to him. Actually, it was his ice skating. He was very good. Hamburgers at Dirty Frank's.
Yes, yes.
Our favorite spot was hamburgers at Dirty Frank's. It was called Dirty Frank's. The place was not dirty, but that's what we called it, because that was a very economical date, because someone was not working and had no money.
Uh-oh.
Bowling. We went bowling.
One of my best memories is fishing.
Oh, yeah.
We would go fishing together, and I took her to a lake where every time we threw out a line with a fly on the end, we caught a fish every time.
Yeah, most of the time I never knew there was a fish on the line. I just kept whipping it through the air, and there was a fish flying on it. That was at Trenton College, right?
Yeah.
At Trenton State College.
State College.
At the time it was called Trenton State College. The date, June 30th, 1951, and it was a kind of like a buffet type thing, and everyone that we knew and family members were invited, all the little kids, everybody. My father got your father drunk?
Yeah, yeah, my father got inebriated.
my father encouraged him to have a few samples of whiskey, and he was out for the count.
Right.
Started living in Trenton in an apartment, and then after that moved to Bristol, Pennsylvania. Right, Daddy?
Yeah.
And then after Bristol, Pennsylvania, we moved to Croydon, Pennsylvania, then to Roebling, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Then bought our first house in Bordentown Township. We were in Bristol. Aunt Debbie was born. And when we were in, I'm trying to think where
Jimmy.
When we were, Jimmy and we were probably in Bordentown.
Yeah.
We were in Bordentown when Jim and Colette were born, and they were born in Trenton. Aunt Debbie was born in Pennsylvania. And then Renee and Yvette were born in Trenton also.
Right.
And we were in Bordentown still. We moved up to Hunterdon County when I was pregnant with my last one, which is your mom, Yvette, but she also was born in Trenton.
And we used to have picnics every weekend. And we had a pony.
Oh, we had.
And after a lot of drinking, I told my friend, I says, here's how the cowboys do it. They run and leap up onto the back of the animal. So as soon as I ran and was leaping up, the dog barked at the pony moved, I came down on my ass.
Oh, don't say that, sure.
I almost broke my ass.
And then you could tell her about the raising the hog.
And one of the funniest things ever happened was we raised a Black Angus for beef.
Yes.
And when it came time to take it to the slaughterhouse, I had never had a rope on it or a harness. And so in order to get the harness on its head, every time I went near it, it jerked its head up. So what I did was I put the harness inside its feed bucket, and I put the feed in the bucket, and I put it down. She put her head down to feed, and I pulled the harness and got the strap real quick while she was eating. Then I thought, well, I'll just hitch this rope on her and bring her to the trailer to take her to the slaughterhouse. Well, she had never had anything on her, so when we came out of the stable, she took off.
And you held on.
I fell on my belly, and I held on, and as she was pulling me along the muddy ground, the mud was collecting under my belt around my privates. So I finally had to let go.
And before that, I said to them from upstairs, right? I said, do you need help? Him and Jimmy. And he said, oh no, we got this. Well, I was watching from upstairs laughing hysterical.
Everything we did there, I did with a library book. I slaughtered a pig.
He would go and get something on the subject and then read how to do it, and then he would
And while I was doing that, I was reading the book.
And I think one of the funniest things that I can remember was Grandpa wanted to have chickens. And I said, well, you know, we don't really want a whole bunch of chickens. And he said, well, he said, I'll just get 6. And he said, and then when they're ready to be killed for the table, we'll get 6 more. He says, we'll always have 6 young ones coming up. Well, to make a long story short, he never killed a chicken, and we wound up with about 30 old chickens running around. Some of them were so old they were on Social Security. So we finally wound up putting them out to pasture.
We had a wonderful life there.
Yeah, it was a wonderful life, I thought it was.
It was.
It was very interesting. I mean, I can't even remember all the stories to tell you, Sam. There's so many of them. God, favorite place, I don't know. We went to a lot of nice places.
Boy.
We loved Hawaii. We loved Alaska.
Yeah.
We loved the Mediterranean cruise. We loved Cancun.
Yeah. We enjoyed
We enjoyed all of our travels.
Did you have anything crazy happen while you were traveling?
Anything crazy that happened when we were traveling? I can't think of
Well,
anything.
one time we came into a port in South America called La Guara, and we got down there, and the guy was holding up this piece of fruit. I didn't even know what it was. And a dollar. And what was it, a papaya, Fran?
I think so.
I didn't know what it was, but it was
so.
a papaya.
Yeah, and how about the coconuts? Whack off the end and then drink the milk.
And drink the milk.
Oh gosh.
We had a lot of things.
A lot of funny things, yeah. Too many things to remember. You have to really put your mind to it to think about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so how many years have you guys been married?
65 in June.
65 in June.
So do you have any advice on how to be married that long?
Yes. The man get up in the morning and go outside and go to work, even if there's no work out there. And stay out for at least 3 to 4 hours.
What's that supposed
And that's my idea of making it.
And yours, Grandma?
My theory is, you know, don't expect more than what you really are happy with. You know, don't be looking for the pie in the sky, because it's not there. You give a little, you take a little. You have your ways that might be hard to live with. He has his that are hard to live with, and you give and take. That's all. That's it.
Simple.
Absolutely.